What is happening, friends? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today's topic, I want to give advice to young people starting out in their careers. I want to talk about two topics today, one of which would be character, the other one would be excellence. So in the Bible, which anyone who knows me knows that I love Jesus and scripture is a huge thing in my life, but in the Bible there's this phrase that I remember always being intrigued by, and that is the idea of growing in favor with both God and man. So I was always intrigued by that phrase, and then I started noticing it happening in my life where there were areas where I started having opportunities open to me because I had grown in favor with people. So whether you are working your first job, maybe you're working at a local grocery store making minimum wage, or you are working in a career that you potentially can grow up into, or you've started your own business, both of these things apply. So one, character. Every successful hire that I have made of employees who've worked for me or one of the companies that I've owned and operated have come through me watching them. Honestly, most of them haven't even asked for a job. They've been people that I have just watched them interact with their friends, or I have watched them kind of from a distance and decided that that was the kind of person that I could pour into. I almost never hire solely on ability. Depends on the kind of job, but typically what I'm looking for is someone who has really strong character and who seems like they're honest, seems like they show up on time, seems like they will make sure to do everything that they can to serve the company or serve the people in front of them. That's usually how I will look for someone to hire, and the far majority of the time that has worked out really well for me as a business owner. So, character. Character is huge. Honesty, integrity, showing up on time, you do what you say you're gonna do, you stick to your word. These are all huge things. Excellence. I use this with musicians a lot to talk about the difference between perfection and excellence. Perfection is unattainable. Sorry, I don't care how good you are, you will never be perfect, but you can operate in excellence. To me, the Chris definition of excellence is you constantly give your best and you're gonna be better tomorrow than you were yesterday and than you are today. You're constantly improving. So I would take a musician or an employee who is like a 4 on ability, but has great character and wants to bring their very best over someone who's a 7. Because that 7 may just be tapped out and not want to grow. That 4, I can grow, I can teach, I can train. I actually had an employee one time, while I was in the middle of training this person, someone else walked in and thought that they knew how to do the job better. This was at the coffee shop that I used to own. And they were literally, I think they wanted a job, and they were like down talking the employee that I was training. And I pulled the employee aside, my new hire, and I said, look, do not let this guy be distracting to you, because I was being nice to him as a customer, just to be honest. I said, don't let this guy distract you. I don't care how much he knows about this industry. I hired you because of your personality and what I believe your character is. I can train you how to make coffee. I can train you how to be good at the job. What I care about is your character and your personality, and that you give your best. So, where does that come into play with you growing in your career? I can only share from personal experience. So I have had a good handful of successful business people who've pulled me aside and said that they've watched my career unfold and offered to invest in future things. Now, the very first time that happened, I was kind of taken back. And I'm literally only sharing this because I want to make the point. The first time that I had someone offer to invest in the next company that I started, or the next thing, it was very flattering, and I didn't really know what to do with it. But what I realized was, oh man, these people have watched the businesses that I've owned. They've watched me push through when I wanted to give up, and they've seen something in me. So as an investor, they've seen something in me. Now, on the flip side, I have had employees, just to be honest, that I have watched and thought to myself, if you would just apply yourself like this much more, I could give you an opportunity that you don't even know exists. But as someone who is able to help you move along, I am sitting and waiting for you just to take that next step and just to give a little bit more effort, because I actually am in a place where I can help you get to the next stage and you don't even know it. Now, those are people who've worked for me, but I can't even tell you the amount of times I've thought that going to a grocery store. So maybe you work at the local Walmart. There are certain people that I have noticed in grocery stores, and I thought, man, if I was ever in a position where I needed a person who had that skill set, because I can tell their personality and how great they are with customers, that person is not even thinking about other job opportunities. They're just there doing their job for the day. But I've thought many times, man, if I ever needed someone with that skill set and that personality trait, I would put them in a heartbeat. I would snag them. I would steal them from the grocery store that they work at right now. And what I'm saying is, you don't realize the people who are watching you that you don't even know. All the time, people are sitting back and they're watching what you do. They're watching how you work. They're watching how you are with your friends. It sounds creepy and it sounds weird, but it's just the truth. People watch what you do and it trickles over into other scenarios. Character excellence. Have good character. Be the same person at home as you are with your friends, as you are at church, as you are out at a music venue, as you are with your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever that is. Try to be as consistent of a person as you can be. People will take notice of that. Your family will take notice of that. One of the first people that I got to promote into management, I asked her why she was really good at what she was doing in the job. And she said, well, truthfully, whenever you and Jess, my wife, aren't here, I just try to run the shop like I think that you would want it run. Well, what that showed me was she cared about what we had put in place. She cared about the way that we did things, and it made me want to trust her with more opportunity. So, all that to be said, if you're young and starting out in your career, no matter what you do it to the best of your ability. Learn to be the same person everywhere that you go and have strong character, and learn to give your best even if it doesn't seem like it's going to pay off. There is someone out there watching. That's where all these big overnight successes come from. There's someone watching all the time. And another opportunity is typically right around the corner. Just be ready for it. Show up wherever you're at. Do the very best you can do. Someone is most likely watching you, and there's opportunities that you have no idea sitting and waiting around the corner. That's my little advice for today. Go out and crush it. I wish you the best. Let me know if I can help. Have a great day.